Caitlin Clark just exposed the real story behind the Indiana Fever's loss to the Minnesota Lynx. From puzzling coaching choices to team challenges, even a record-breaking performance couldn't save the day. Curious about what's really happening behind the scenes? Stay tuned.
Is the post scoring something you feel like can come a little bit more, or do you also sort of balance the fact that, I mean, you're playing the hottest team I think right now in the league? I just wonder what your thoughts are on that.
Definitely playing the hottest team in the league.
Caitlin Clark just made history as the first rookie to notch 500 points and 200 assists in a single season. That's right, she's rewriting the record books. But here's the twist. Despite Clark's incredible performance, the Fever still fell short against the Lynx, losing 89-80.
To get better, I think we could have executed a little bit better on offense, but they're a really good defensive team. So we got a little stagnant. We didn't get out in transition probably as much as we would have liked, but we did some good things, but also some things we can learn.
You might be curious about what's happening with the team. Caitlin Clark's post-game remarks are raising eyebrows about Coach Chris's decisions. It's their tension between the rookie star and the coaching staff. Here's what Clark said and why it's causing a stir. Don't miss out.
There's some things that we've been really working on that we weren't our best at, which is transition defense. I don't think we got back in transition D very well.
But wait, before we get into Clark's comments, let's talk about what happened on the court. Imagine a rookie putting up superstar numbers, breaking records, and still ending up with a loss. That's exactly what went down. It's got everyone questioning everything they thought they knew about this Fever squad. Picture this: a sellout crowd, an electric atmosphere, and two basketball legacies colliding. On one side, we're celebrating Maya Moore's incredible career with the Lynx.
Also, even more glad that we're here now with closure and just being able to clearly move on and celebrate and just look back on all of the amazing things we did during our.
On the other hand, there's the rising star, Caitlin Clark. The energy in that arena was off the charts, with everyone eager to witness history. And Clark didn't disappoint. She dropped 23 points, handed out 8 assists, and grabbed 5 rebounds. For a rookie, those numbers are unreal. She's out there playing like a seasoned pro, making it look effortless. But here's the kicker. Even with Clark's stellar performance, the Fever still lost to the Lynx, 89-90. Now you might be wondering, how is that possible? How does a team with a red-hot rookie putting up those kinds of numbers lose by 10 points? That's the million-dollar question everyone's asking. Here's Christy Sid's take on it.
I think we had 16 turnovers for 16 points. The 2 games at home this last weekend, I think we had 10 or 11 turnovers. So just, again, that's a really good basketball team. We are trying to get to who they are.
So with that in mind, we kind of could take some weird positives out of this, in the sense you were down, 1 at halftime?
1.5, yeah. Brought it back from 16 or 13, I can't remember, 15, fought back, played some really good defense in the second quarter. I think we had some players in there who really got up and pressured the basketball. And then that allowed us to get out in transition when we got those stops. But just to start, just didn't get those stops, and they were able to get out in transition, get some buckets, and the same in the third.
We had 16 turnovers for 16 points. And in the 2 home games last weekend, we had 10 or 11 turnovers. Again, that's a really good basketball team we're trying to become. So with that in mind, you can find some strange positives here. We're down by 1 at halftime after coming back from 16, or was it 13? No, 15. We fought back, played solid defense in the second quarter, with some players really stepping up, getting in the mix, and allowing us to transition off those stops. But in the end, we just didn't get those crucial stops, and they capitalized, especially in the third quarter. As you can see, it's no longer just about individual talent. This game revealed significant issues with the Fever's overall strategy and execution. But credit where it's due, the crowd wasn't just there for Clark. They were there to appreciate great basketball from both sides. Even Clark acknowledged, "I think they understand really good basketball, and they can appreciate what the Lynx did and who they are."
I understand really good basketball, and they can appreciate what the Lynx did and who the Lynx are, and also their history. Like, they know who Maya Moore is. They know, she's one of the best of all time. So they're here to celebrate her and appreciate her too. And I think you definitely have those loyal Lynx fans. You heard them sometimes too, and then you certainly heard a crowd that just loves basketball and was there to celebrate it. And honestly, it was a great game. Like, the offense was great. It was up and down. Both teams were tired. So I think it was just a great display of women's basketball, honestly.
That's some real sportsmanship, especially from a rookie who just lost a tough game. The atmosphere was so intense that Clark felt there wasn't even a home team advantage. She said it felt like there wasn't really a home team sometimes with the way the crowd reacted. Imagine playing in that kind of environment. The pressure, the excitement, the energy. It's enough to make anyone's head spin. But here's where things get really interesting. Despite the loss and the crowd's split loyalties, Clark's performance is turning heads. She's not just putting out good numbers for a rookie. She's putting out numbers that are making the entire league take notice. Clark is redefining what it means to be a first-year pro in the WNBA. So, what does this mean for the Fever? On one hand, they got a superstar in the making with Clark, proving game after game that she's the real deal. But on the other hand, they're struggling to turn her individual brilliance into team success. It's like having a Ferrari engine in a car with square wheels, all that power, but something's not quite right with the overall package. And that's where the questions start.
It looked like you kind of experimented with a couple different rotations, obviously AB and Dantas, and then Hemi and Dantas as well. Just what were you trying to do with like the new rotations?
See, this is where I think she messed up. Let's hear what she has to say.
Yeah, it just kind of was going well for us when Dantas went in, and when things are going well, you want to just kind of keep it the same. AB and D play well together. They can, I think AB started our Collier a little bit, which was good. I thought she did a great job on her. But those two are just, they make smart basketball reads. Dantas can post you up. She has some great post moves when she caught it. She can also stretch the defense. So just having those two out there. But that veteran, Dantas just brings a veteran presence out there in both ends.
See, this is where I think she messed up. Let's hear what she has to say.
Might not be the right call, but we've got to be on the same page and just go all into whatever that.
Sure, a veteran presence can be valuable, but we still lost. So, is it a matter of team chemistry, game plan issues, or something deeper? Sometimes, one decision can change everything, and that's exactly what happened with the Indiana Fever. While Caitlin Clark's stellar performance is grabbing headlines, there's a storm brewing over Coach Chris's strategy, making waves across the league. What crucial mistake did she make that even a rookie like Clark couldn't overcome? Let's break it down. Coach Chris is facing serious criticism for her roster decisions during the game against the Minnesota Lynx.
Second quarter was you guys brought it all the way back. You were within one. You could have been the lead, right? I mean, that's the positive, I guess, you take from this.
For sure. I think that flow that you saw in the second quarter, if we could piece it together for longer stretches, that would be ideal.
So, should you go all in, even if it risks a loss? Fans and analysts are pointing fingers, suggesting that these choices might be why the Fever struggled so much. It's not just about who's on the court, but how they're utilized. Clark herself highlighted a key issue after the game. The team got stagnant and struggled to transition effectively. You might think that's just part of the game, but when a rookie spots these issues, you have to question the coaching strategy.
One of our keys, to the game tonight was to play inside out. I think at halftime we had 26 paint points. I don't know what we finished with, but I thought we could have got it in there a little more, specifically to AB.
And get this, the Fever won the rebounding battle by 13, a major advantage. Yet, they couldn't convert those rebounds into points. It's like having all the ingredients but forgetting to cook. Clark isn't just accepting defeat, she's offering solutions. She stressed the need for better offensive execution and easier looks for key players, even suggesting they didn't go to her crucial teammate enough. It's like she's channeling a seasoned coach.
Break, you guys have really shot the three well and shot some big numbers. Was that a focal point during the break as well?
Yeah, for sure. We spent a lot of time shooting. We just look at all of our stats, and the one that always sticks out is the missed wide open shots. And that's one that we have. We've got to hit those shots with the attention that Caitlin draws and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell across the board. When that ball comes to Katie Lou, Alexi, or Nalisa Smith, they've got to be ready to knock those shots down, and that's been happening for us. Hope to keep that momentum going.
It's like Clark has a bird's eye view of the game, spotting opportunities the coaching staff might miss. Despite the issues, she broke a WNBA record in that game, becoming the first rookie to hit 500 points and 200 assists in a single season. That's not just impressive, it's historic. It's as if she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. So, what does this mean for the Fever?
I think honestly, obviously just the offensive side, that's pretty simple. But also she was a really good defender. She just had a very complete game. Obviously, I didn't take the defensive mindset from Maya. I don't really have that, but I think just the passion and the joy that you could always see her play with. She always had a smile. She was competitive. She was fiery. But she was just a solid basketball player, and then obviously like a solid individual, and like you didn't even have to know her on a personal level to be able to understand that. And I think that's like the main reasons of why like I loved her so much.